All right, good morning, cyber traders. Happy Friday, everybody. Let me tell you, what a fun day. We had so many events that we were going on yesterday. I had 3 speakings to do, and let me tell you, everyone was more and more exciting. I have to talk about a little bit more about this Tesla. We're going to talk a little about Carvana that happened yesterday. I mean, there was just like endless day trades yesterday, which obviously turned into very, very big swing trades. But good to see you. Good morning, Samuel and Michael and Jeff, Lawrence, Grant, everyone from Cyber Group Room and everyone on social media. Thanks for being here. It is Friday. I'm excited. I love Fridays because we're going into the weekend. And you know what? The only thing I'd be worried about is what's moving today. And there are a couple of things that are moving. We're going to go into them and focus on them. But anyway, regarding about yesterday, I was on I had 3 presentations to. I'm actually doing one today on Ask the Pros at 12 o'clock too. But I want to talk a little about this Tesla really quick. So Tesla, for everybody that was here in the afternoon, you saw what I was talking about, and we're not a fan of trading, $200, $300 stocks, but this one was just unbelievable. Like I told you, I was down in Florida on Monday and Tuesday. I was doing an on-site presentation at Sawgrass with DTI, and this is the same exact thing that happened, but obviously the opposite that happened with Apple. So for somebody that we hear down in Florida with me, if you were there for the on-site, we saw the stock hit a major iceberg order of a 400,000 share seller on Apple. Didn't want to break it. What was nice about Tesla, though, there was a 220,000 share seller out there. And, I got some really, really good screenshots of those. Where did I put them? Here we go. Tesla. So actually, here it is. There's one of them right here. So you can see this order. This was actually in the morning. Okay. So look at this order right here. 400,000 share sell. This was actually at 10:15 in the morning. And what was amazing about these trades is these orders were getting filled. That was right around here. And it just got executed. I'm like, wait a minute, these big iceberg orders are getting filled. And then when we got in the afternoon, for some of you we here, there was a 220,000 share seller right around, I think it was it 135, 235 right there? Yeah, right there. It did a shake. And then once that seller got done, this thing was off to the races, and it was a great after hours trade, and it just did phenomenal. And she's still going higher. Okay. So guess what? I rarely do this. Tesla's on the watch list. Okay. And we've been trading the stock for the last couple of days. But you could see how it just keeps going up and up and up. I mean, this thing was just a great move from 160. It's up almost 100 points. Now, the other big move was Carvana. Now, Carvana had a unbelievable pop yesterday. You could see it right here, right at 9:30, start around $17. And then right around the middle of the day, after the little shake right here, if you were here in the Cyber Group room, if you were here yesterday, you heard me and Josh talking. Josh couldn't stop talking about Carvana. He had such a really good feel about this stock. And I'm like, hey, you know what? I didn't, because I didn't see it really making higher highs. But I was wrong and he was right, because it was just a late bloomer. Once it got past this resistance levels of $20, which was also pre-market resistance, this thing was off to the races. And it just ran all the way to $26. Another great runner. And what's nice about Carvana too is that it's trading at the highs of the day. Now we got a new iceberg order right around these highs right here. And I'll show you a little bit right here on level 4. You could see right here, there are orders starting to build up. Not a lot, not huge, but you do got some orders that are starting to build up right around this $26, $26.20. Yeah, right there. So you got some resistance levels there. But anyway, Carvana's back on the watch list. All right, a couple of the stocks that we traded also. Affirm, just wanted to touch upon it, see a few of them. That thing went from 16 to 19. That was a really nice move. Moved really nice and comfortable. Beyond Meats also moved very unbelievable yesterday. This actually had a really good trend. Look at that. Stock went from $10 up to about 14. I guess people are back eating fake meat. Coinbase was a little on the volatile side. Stock got really beat up with that, being investigated. I guess the regulators said it's not really a brokerage firm, and that stock went from like 65 down to 45. Great dead cat bounce on that. Only problem with this stock, it's a very volatile stock, so got to be careful about it. A couple other ones I want to bring up: the BIOS. Oops. EAOS, spelt it wrong. Nice little pop right into the after hours, run from 10 to about 15. Damn, that's ridiculous. UP. This is what you guys missed yesterday. The afternoon was actually pretty good. I like the afternoon. This stock just keeps going up and up and up. You could see this stock was a $12 stock. It's at $32, $28 stock up to 32. I mean, it's been a good swing trade for us. UPST, I'm putting this back on the watch list right here. And then we had SoFi was also a nice little move too. SoFi just, you could see here, just been on a really, really good swing trade. $5 up to 5. Up to 8 now. Stock is at the highs of the day. It's going back on the watch list. All right. So we didn't even go through the watch list that where I find them, but this is just things that are just trickling in that become a day trade, now also become swing trades. So far, you know, if you've been watching us and been here, we've been trading the stock an awful lot. Now let's go through the big watch list and see what is moving there. Now remember, you know, it's funny that I want to bring up this comment really quick, but when I was down in Florida for the onsite, one student was there, was very new, and you know, and one of the questions that I thought was very beginnerish, but I think it's a very critical and very important, you know, a lesson to learn is someone said they were asking me, what does volatility mean? You know, like why does somebody say stay away from stocks that are not volatile? You know, what does it mean? Well, basically, it's a stock that has a very low float. And it's a stock that has a very big spread. And you know here that one of the number one things that we teach you is about, and I told a person this, 50% of the traders, even some of you watching right now, will fail in trading because you're not trading stock is what we have what's called the 3 T's, which is the first T, which is tradable. And it's all about the volatility. And once again, don't forget, we keep stressing that all the time because that's how I'm going through the list. And if you are a student, make sure you watch it over and over again because there are a lot of stocks that are moving in the market. Doesn't mean you could trade all of them. It's all about finding good volatility and good spreads. Anyway, the SIEN has a very good spread. It's inexpensive, traded 4.8 million shares in pre-market. And you know what? It's got some good iceberg orders. I'll show you right here. You got a decent one here at 3. You had a guy that just was out there earlier, right around at 328. He canceled his order. He pulled it. So that's actually a pretty good sign. Looks like he added up into about 340. So listen, it's a slow stock. It's not expensive. It's cheap. You know, it's up 80%. It had a great after hours. This thing went from $1.70 all the way to about 320. I'll throw on the watch list. The only thing I'll be concerned about is that if you woke up and you had a stock that was 80%, 9 out of 10 times people will take a profit. But we'll see how she opens up, and if she holds her strength, and she holds at those prices, stock can go higher. Another stock that made the watch list too that I found. But there was orders starting to pop up over here on this stock. So this stock is obviously up about 49%. Another cheap little stock right here. Good spread, tradable, 7.8 million shares. Only issue is here is that I had a seller that was popping up right around $1.53. Okay. And he canceled and he went to 165. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See him right here? This trade right there is 70,000 shares. You see right here on level 3. Okay, the current order book, that's what the COB means. He upgraded to about 169. So it looks like he's a seller. And as I zoom out, you'll see it get a little bit darker. But we got to keep an eye on that person. I mean, that probably is the driving force that's pushing the stock down. So I'm putting on a watch list. I mean, regardless, because it is up 49%. But we won't know until the stock opens up when if it's going to continue. Now we're already at number 2 as the big percentage gainers. Now, as we get to number 3, this stock is trending down. It's at 1.3. I don't like it because of the trend of it and the volatility. Once again, remember I told you about the volatility. AKLI flat, not really doing too much. MLGS was a fun stock. It gapped up pretty high. It's up 20%. Not really super excited about it. Now, this stock right here looks pretty cool. Okay, let me check out the volume of this one. This stock is obviously breaking new highs, RGTI, but can't do anything without knowing where the orders are. And that's one of the big things that we talk about. Oh, okay, now this makes sense. Okay, great call. So this stock is awesome. This is what you're going to like. Okay, so if you're watching, I'm going to show you this. This stock has a ladder effect. Okay, look at the ladder started kicking in right around 9 o'clock. See that ladder right there? And you see it says 39. That's exactly what we're looking for when it comes to trading. That's what we're looking for, orders of people that are bidding it up, and that's what caused that stock to run up. You can see how dark red that is. But you could see that order right there was building a beautiful ladder. How much was this order right there? 46,000. Okay. So it looks like he canceled it and he upgraded it. All right. So nice little move on that one. I'm definitely cheap, inexpensive, good movement. RGTI, you just made the Fausto list. All right. So another one that's moving up pretty decent right here is WLDS. This stock has been a great swing trade for us. You all remember we've been trading the stock just a couple of days ago with 60 cents. It went to about $1.90, and she's already at 240. She's making higher highs. What's nice about this stock is it's a little bit on the slow side. Doesn't look so slow there, but it's got good volatility. This is good for somebody that's a beginner, that is like a deer in the headlights, a little nervous, knowing where to get in and out of stock. This might be up your alley. All right, now as we're working our way down, the list is pretty damn big that we have right here. So I'm going to start getting a little bit more. This is Tesla, the ETF. If you can't afford the Tesla stock, you always trade this one. But I'm going to start eliminating some of the stocks if I find things not moving. Any of those big stocks that got crushed. Okay, Budweiser came back a little bit. Okay, so that could be an interesting thing. And I got some other stocks here. AI, how's that doing? I'm just looking over here. Any stock that we've been day trading, I'll put up over here on the long term. I mean, this one's been doing pretty good. Okay, on the losers list, anything out there? New York Stock Exchange always stinks. There's really nothing ever in New York Stock Exchange. They always kind of show up a little late. Carvana, obviously, we already know about that one. Probably never knew Carvana traded on New York Stock Exchange. They always trade on different markets. All right, so I think we got a pretty good, decent list. Anyone out there? Michael's saying the CRSP in the cyber group room. It's expensive. It's not really moving that much. 69,000 shares, Michael. I'm not a big fan of it. I would probably pass on it. GM will be using Tesla charges this morning. Oh, is that what the news is? So GM is going to be using their chargers, and maybe that would explain why that GM also popped with Tesla. Okay. So that means, and remember, I don't know if anyone here has a electric car, but Tesla has their own charging station. It's a different connector compared to the other ones. So those are the two big ones. All right, so let's get ready for the market open up. We got about 15 minutes, guys. Listen, don't forget, I'll be live on Ask the Pros today at 12 o'clock. We got a big list here. Listen, whatever happened yesterday, don't worry about it. That should really piss you off to say, you know what? Today's a new day. We're going to get them. So if you hear, like I said, just be very, very careful. Listen to what we tell you. And remember, you got to think for yourself. Now, it is Friday. We don't want to get too crazy on days like Friday. Friday afternoons actually sometimes are pretty good, but don't get too crazy, all right? So if I don't see you in the trading room, if you're watching this, like I said, you can always subscribe to our channel. Let me just put that QR code. You can always do a trial right there. There's that actual link for all of you right there. You can also click it right in the middle. And then for everyone else in the cyber group room, I know we have a lot of new members that joined us. I'm just going to always remind you, everyone here, don't buy anything, okay? We're only here. You're here to watch, and you're here to see if the other traders we train, how they think for themselves, because that's the goal. One last stock, Michael just brought up DocuSign's making a little bit of a move right now. You said it just made a big pop. Let me go check it before we call quits. DocuSign, like I said, it's a nice stock. It's the only issue with it, it's expensive. Okay, just be very, very careful. But you can see it looks like an earnings play, how that stock had a big move right there. Spread's a little big. I'll be careful with that one. All right, Michael? Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. If I don't see you, enjoy the weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday. In the meantime, cyber traders, you see something, you say something. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading.